At NTUC First Campus, we believe that every child should have an equal opportunity to develop their potential. The Development Support Learning Support Program, or DSLS program for short, is a program under the purview of the Early Childhood Development Agency that is available at NTUC First Campus preschools. Under the DSLS program, learning support educators and therapists support preschool children aged 5 to 6 years who require low levels of early intervention support. The children receive support targeting the learning and developmental areas of need in the preschool setting. There are 4 types of developmental support: speech and language therapy, occupational therapy, educational therapy, and psychological intervention. Speech and language therapy helps to improve the child's ability to understand what others say and communicate clearly and appropriately. The speech and language therapist and learning support educator conduct activities to help the child say sounds and put sounds together into words. They also help him or her better understand and use language, such as through making sentences and retelling a story. Other areas that may be worked on include social and cognitive communication skills. Occupational therapy supports children in their participation and engagement in classroom activities such as learning, play, and writing. Examples of activities that may be conducted include sensory motor activities to support motor skills development and attention regulation, and tabletop tasks to work on fine motor and handwriting skills. The occupational therapist also works with the class teachers and learning support educator to implement and generalize targeted strategies to make learning and participation accessible to the child. Educational therapy offers specific, focused support for children experiencing challenges in literacy, such as recognizing letters, letter sounds, and reading words, alongside issues such as short attention span and weak memory. Psychological intervention helps the child to learn skills to manage his or her feelings and actions, understand the feelings and thoughts of others, and increase his or her participation in the classroom. Some areas of intervention include helping the child to develop regulation skills to manage emotional and behavioral difficulties, as well as learn coping strategies to address social difficulties. The psychologist and learning support educator work with the class teachers and parents to support the child. Under learning support, there are 4 different types of support: language development support, literacy support, fine motor support, and social skills group support. Language development support helps the child to better understand what is taught in class, improve his or her ability in expressing himself or herself, and increase his or her participation in the classroom. The learning support educator helps the child in areas such as building vocabulary, listening and speaking skills, and basic sentence construction. The child will also be supported to understand basic language concepts such as prepositions. Literacy support helps the child to improve his or her ability to read and write basic words and sentences and increase his or her participation in the classroom. The learning support educator supports the child in areas such as letter names and letter sounds, reading of common high-frequency words, as well as verbally constructing and writing simple sentences. Fine motor support focuses on improving the child's handwriting, coloring, and cutting skills so that he or she is able to confidently participate in the learning activities in class. To achieve this, the learning support educator works with the child in areas such as building fine motor strength and control to hold and use a pencil with a mature grip, forming letters and numbers without reversals, and developing good hand-eye coordination skills. Social skills group support focuses on improving the child's interactions with peers and increases his or her participation in the classroom. The learning support educator works with the child in areas such as engaging in group activities, managing his or her feelings and behavior, and learning basic social skills like taking turns and sharing.
Over the years, I have witnessed many children who benefited from the DSLS program. Some children with mild and developmental needs require low levels of early intervention support. These may be in areas such as speech and language, social skills, motor skills, behavior, and literacy. The learning support educators and therapists provide targeted support in school. They tailor and plan activities based on the needs of the children. They also partner with class teachers by providing strategies and in-class support where required. Importantly, parents are engaged throughout the program, from sharing of the child's individual education plan at the start to updating on the child's progress through the end of intervention evaluation at the end. After going through the DSLS program, many children develop the skills for active participation in the classroom.
Through the DSLS program, children receive targeted developmental and learning support that helps them to develop their potential and narrow the learning gap when transiting to mainstream schools.